Bosnia and Herzegovina might not be known for producing world-class footballers, but they have managed to do it a few times over the years, including Edin Dzeko, currently playing for Fenerbahce. In this video, we will take a look at 5 clubs in Bosnia that you want to be taking a look at to make sure you pick up some of the best Bosnian youth players that the game has to offer. Kicking things off, we have FK Velez Mostar, based in the city of Mostar. Now, they are not going to be producing ridiculously good footballers over and over again. However, in a few of the simulations that I've done, they've managed to produce a couple of decent players, and one player in particular who's going to be very, very good. We've got just 3 players to talk about, however. One of them is very good, one of them is pretty good, and one of them is okay. Mark Scheffer is the one who is okay. He has 129 potential ability. Central midfielder, maybe a centre-back as well, but at 5'10", you probably don't want to be pushing him too far back down the pitch. He's already looking pretty good in my eyes. And with that personality of perfectionist, he could be good just to get into the club to make sure that some of the other youngsters actually learn to be basically decent humans. With 141 potential ability, we have Zaim Sarajic. Probably not how it's said at all, but at 19 years of age, he's a very fast striker, maybe a right winger as well if you think you could kind of use him in that position. He's had 127 appearances already for Velez Mostar, 41 goals as well to his name. He's probably on the fringes of the Bosnian national side, however, because he is a striker, he's probably been facing players like Edin Dzeko, who obviously in 5 years' time will have probably retired, but still, there's going to be some decent strikers that he needs to find his way past. And at the top of the tree, with 162 potential, Sasa Antic is a Bosnian goalkeeper at just 16 years of age. He is out with a hip injury at the moment for 3 to 6 weeks, but he has already made his first team debut for Velez Mostar in the last season at 16 years of age. He's 6'4". His current ability is only about 80 as well, so he is literally halfway to his maximum ability, which means he is definitely going to be playing for the Bosnia national side, arguably potentially one of the best goalkeepers in the world if he hits that potential. FK Borak Banja Luka, or Borak BL is what they're actually called if you want to search for them, are probably one of the kind of mid-table sides, I think, in Bosnian football. They are in the top division, and they do seem to produce a decent amount of youth players. Because Bosnia is not kind of high up the tree when it comes to producing world-class footballers, you're not going to be seeing superb players sing every single kind of youth intake, but you do get the odd youth intake with a few pretty decent players. In this 5-season simulation, Borak BL managed to produce 4 players with 120 potential or higher, starting off with Radomir Dimitrovic, who does have that 120 potential ability. At 18 years of age, he's already played 103 times for his home team of Borak, 33 goals as well. 17 finishing is very, very good. He's a future captain as well with 16 leadership, 6'3". He actually does look pretty good, but his potential, it's not amazing. 120 is not amazing by any means, but 120 is certainly good enough to play in the Championship in England. With 123 potential ability, we've got a goalkeeper in the shape of Miljan Nikolic. Probably not how it's said, but that's what we're going to go with. He already, at 20 years of age, he's played twice, conceded 4, so not the best couple of appearances he's had for his club, but he does look like he could be pretty good. Arguably might be good enough to play for the Bosnia national side. Moving into the 130 potential ability range, at 134 potential ability, we have Milan Ratkovic, who is not a centre-back. And I say that because basically he is 5'8". I'm nearly 5'8". I'm not 5'8", but I'm nearly 5'8", and I could not play centre-back. He definitely can't play centre-back either. You're definitely going to want to retrain him. And weirdly, the best player to come through Borak's youth intake isn't even from Bosnia. He is Danish. It is Per Sundstrom. He's not even part Bosnian at all. He's got 136 potential ability, 19-year-old goalkeeper with 24 under-21s caps for Denmark already. He's already played 3 times for the first team as well for Borak. He could be very good. The problem is he's not Bosnian. So, I mean, if you're looking specifically for Bosnian footballers, ignore this one. If you just want decent youngsters, Per Sundstrom, randomly Danish people seem to turn up playing in Bosnia. I'm not going to lie to you, I've got no idea how to say this team's name. Siroki Brijeg, maybe? Is it a hard J? Is it Brieg? Is it a soft J? I don't know. Anyway, Siroki Brijeg. We're going to go with a hard J on this one. Are a team, obviously, in Bosnia. They start off in the Premier Division in Bosnia. And they are, again, much like most teams in Bosnia, don't seem to produce ridiculously good footballers year on year, but they do have the chance to produce a couple of players that might be worth taking a look at. With 121 potential ability, we have Sandro Puljic, a 19-year-old Bosnian wing-back, which is a position that realistically, he's a right-back, but he can play slightly further up the pitch. Maybe he could be a right winger as well. He's already played 11 times for Siroki Brijeg as well, and he could be good in the future. Obviously, we know his potential. Value-wise, he's not massively expensive. He's probably worth just a little flutter. With 128 potential ability, we have two-footed fullback Uros Surovic at 19 years of age, 8 under-21s caps, 138 first-team appearances and 5 goals as well for Siroki Brijeg. He looks good right now, doesn't he? He's also, I believe he's part Serbian, if I'm not mistaken. He is part Serbian. There you go. Next up, we have Carlo Biloberg. It's probably not right, but we're going to go with it. At 20 years of age, central midfielder, 20 under-21 caps, 93 first-team appearances as well. He's got 129 potential ability. Looks quite good. That first touch of 16, passing of 15, technique of 15. Doing a lot of the heavy lifting, though, I think that makes him look quite good. Still, he's only 20, plenty of time to develop. He's also part Croatian. And there seems to be a theme in Bosnia. They make good goalkeepers, and I don't know why. Daniel Bozic, 19 years of age, 132 potential ability. He's already got 17 first-team appearances, 14 conceded, which isn't amazing, is it? Capped under 20 level as well. 6'3" goalkeeper. Looks actually pretty good, if you ask me. At 19, if you had maybe sort of £250,000, £300,000 to spend and you needed a decent backup goalkeeper for a couple of years in the Championship, he's probably not a bad shout. We now move into the big guns of Bosnia and Herzegovinian football, and that is with Zrinski Mostar, who are one of the best teams when it comes to producing youth players. I think in this simulation alone, they've produced about 10 players with 120 potential or higher, and most of those actually have 130 potential or higher. That's a lie, they produce 14 players with 120 potential or higher, including Nihad Hurkacz, maybe with 120 ability. He looks quite good at the moment, but that is because his current ability is 103. Of course, we've obviously got a few goalkeepers as well. Marko Zivkovic is the first one we're going to mention. Notice I say first one because I think there's 3 of them. He's got 127 potential. Next up, we have 16-year-old goalkeeper Seferovic, maybe with 127 potential ability as well at 16 years of age. Not made any first-team appearances just yet for Zrinski. With 129 potential ability, we have Maro Nevestic, who is Croatian, 22 caps to his name. I think he's not even part Bosnian. He sees no benefit, apparently. So he could if he really wanted to be, but he doesn't want to for some reason. 62 first-team appearances, 9 goals to his name already. Moving into the players with 130 potential or higher, we have Vlado Milanovic, who does have 130 potential ability. He's already made the big move over to Italy, signing for Udinese. Serbian with under 20s caps, but he is also part Bosnian as well. With 133 potential ability, we have Filip Silas, just 17 years of age, so it doesn't look anything special at the moment, but mentally, he looks like he's got some pretty good numbers in some good places. At 136 potential ability and only 106 current ability as well, so there's a lot of room to grow. He already looks pretty good. Jasmin Sehic, 19 years of age, under 23s caps for Bosnia, 21 first-team appearances and a couple of goals as well. He's got some good numbers. First touch, technique standing out, obviously. Maybe technically he's not amazing, but mentally looks very good. Physically doesn't look awful either. Another player to up sticks and move over to Udinese is Uros Maricic, who is 19 years of age, 17 caps as well for Bosnia, the first team, the actual real Bosnian side, and he looks very, very good. I think it's 132 potential ability. He's got like 120 current ability. With 139 potential ability, we have Robert Amatovic, a 16-year-old central defender. Obviously, at 16 years of age, he's not going to be first team ready, but with that 139 potential, he is definitely going to get there, and I'd say pretty quickly. He doesn't look bad at the moment. Moving up into the big guns now, with 144 potential is Kemal Tomic, 16 years of age still, 4 first-team appearances already, and a goal to his name. I think most of those appearances have been off the bench, but at 16 years old, he looks first-team ready right now. He's going to be 17 in about a month in game, but he's got some very decent numbers in decent places like that. Dribbling, finishing, first touch, technique all pretty high as well. Composure of 11 isn't bad for a 16-year-old either. With 146 potential ability, Igor Pavic, an 18-year-old midfielder, central midfielder, defense midfielder, attacking midfielder. Personally, probably more of an attacking midfielder because he can't tackle. He can pass and he's got decent technique. So we'll push him further up the pitch if you ask me. And already at 18, 23 first-team appearances, 7 under 21 caps as well. Looks pretty good and not a terrible price really. 1.4 million maximum. I'd go for that. And of course, the number one player is a goalkeeper and isn't from Bosnia. It is Moritz Flebe, who is a German goalkeeper, under 21 international as well. 149 potential ability for Flebe. He's played twice for the first team, conceded 4. I don't even think he's part Bosnian. He doesn't see any benefit because for some reason, nobody wants to be Bosnian. I assume they don't have any rules to playing in Bosnia that you need to be homegrown. In a different save and a different world, Zrinski also managed to produce Ajdin Mesic, who has 183 potential ability. Obviously, he's already moved over to AC Milan, played a couple of times for the first team in Serie A. His value is astronomical, 24 to 73 million pounds, but he's an actual Bosnian. He's not a goalkeeper either, so proof that this does happen, by the way. We're going to finish off with Zleznica Sarajevo, who are arguably one of the biggest teams in Bosnian football, and throughout the course of these simulations, they've been producing players with 130 potential or higher. This kind of crop of players that I'm going to show you, most of them are pretty good. Some of them just kind of amuse me with the sort of variance when it comes to nationality as well, because some of them are a bit strange. Andrea Carlesi is from Bosnia and Italy. I don't know whether that's like a common thing. He's got like 105 potential. He's not going to be amazing. He actually doesn't look awful, does he? We've got Pascal Lerner, who is Swiss and Bosnian, so they've got an Italian and a man from Switzerland. They've also got Said Boudakar, who is an Israeli left-right winger, attacking midfielder in the middle as well. He's only got 107 potential, but it's another strange nationality to be playing in Bosnia. And much like one of the clubs from earlier on in the video, Fredrik Madsen is Danish, so another player to come through the Zleznica youth intake who's not fully Bosnian. And is this like a common thing for Zleznica or Bosnian football in general? I don't know. We've also got Igor Viskovic, who is Croatian, which I know is actually quite a common thing. At 20 years of age, he is a pretty good looking right back, and he has 130 potential. All the other players before had sort of 110 and below, so they weren't that massively interesting. We're not done with the silly nationalities, by the way. There's another one that you might find quite amusing. With 131 potential, we have Sabit Buza, who has for some reason been released from Zleznica, and of course, he's a goalkeeper. He doesn't look particularly bad, does he? With 132 potential ability, Eden Hasanovic is a 19-year-old Bosnian defender with 3 under-21 caps. He's also played 41 times for the Zleznica first team and a little spell out on loan as well at Radnik. Looks actually quite good now. I think his current ability is like 105, maybe 110. I can't explain it, but Ashley Hunt is English with 132 potential, playing in Bosnia, in Sarajevo for Zleznica. Oh, and it gets better. He's also part American. In fact, he was born in America. He's a supporter of Zleznica and Chelsea. With 136 potential ability and 123 current ability, we have Adam Zek, 19 years of age, central defender, moved over to FC Porto in Portugal for, looks like £825,000. So it looks like Zleznica did get a sensible amount of money from him. Mentally, Zek looks really good. Physically, Zek looks really good. Technically, he's got some okay numbers. Maybe not the best when it comes to heading. 10 is not ideal, really, but he's only 19. There's obviously plenty of time to grow, and he is playing first-team football occasionally for Porto. With 137 potential ability, we have Jasmin Strujic, who is a 19-year-old Bosnian left winger, and maybe attack midfielder as well. He has just broken into the first team, playing 5 times, scoring a goal. 8 appearances on loan as well at Radnik. The final player we're going to take a look at is Medo Kacic, who is 15 years of age and has 171 potential ability. Right now at 15, he already looks like he could do a job for their first team. When we compare him to some of the other players who we've seen have played first team football, Kacic at 15 is going to be a world-class footballer. And he's going to get Bosnia caps because he's only Bosnian. He's not one of those people who's like part Latvian or part Portuguese and Moroccan or something like that. Nope, he is 100% Bosnian, and he's got 171 potential. Maybe Bosnia is not the country for you. Maybe you want to go somewhere quite close by, and that would be Croatia. This video on screen will show you 5 clubs that will be very useful to take a look at every time you get a youth intake in Football Manager, so you can pick up some decent Croatian footballers.